Hi, so today you're going to need a little rolled up hand towel, and I've quite tightly rolled it into a nice long sausage shape, and you're going to place it vertically horizontally across your mat, okay, in the same length as your foot. And then what I want you to do is I want you to find the outside border of your foot and place that in the centre of your sausage and let the big toe and the inner border of the foot drop down. So we've got the ankle on quite a tilt there, so it's going to be moving the joints in the foot a bit differently, and you can probably feel that then to try and square the pelvis up you get a little bit more activation in this hip. You can adjust the height of this sausage as much as deep or as little as you need. So if this feels very acute into that ankle, then you might want to just make it a little bit flatter. So really here now you're going to drop the tailbone and really find length through this body. If you do struggle with your balance, I would do this by a wall or with a chair, okay? You don't have to maybe lift the leg, but you could leave the toe down if that is easier for you. So your pelvis is going to want to go off in the same direction as this towel. You're going to try and keep that pelvis straight and engage this bottom muscle. So I want you to feel this hip working. We're working these deep stabilizers here. And then from here, just have your hands on your pelvis and think about dropping the tailbone underneath you. And we're going to just come into some single legs here, keeping that big toe connected and the inner border of the foot, but also pressing down through the outer border of the foot. So trying to keep a contact with the foot throughout the surfaces it's connected to, and you're trying to really make sure the hips stay square. Then we're going to hold here, take the opposite arm up for 4, stay really tall. As you lengthen through the fingers, think about lengthening through the spine. Last one, leave this arm out in front of you, other arm's going to come up, and try not to claw through those toes. Last 2, last one, then bring that arm out in front of you, and now keep your headlights on your hip bones facing forward, press down through the floor, and you're opening this knee. The foot is just hanging under that knee and there's no tension through it. Whoop. Okay, this isn't easy. Spread the toes, don't let them claw. Back to center, and now imagine your back is sliding down a wall away from you. Don't let the pelvis turn. We're going to go 4 here. Last 2 and last 1. Well done. And lower. Really works that hip. I'm sure you can feel that. We're going to stay on this same side and we're going to repeat this, but with the big toe to about the 3rd toe on that towel, and let the outside edge of the foot drop onto the mat. So again, it's still going to want to shift your hips, so you're going to try and square them up to the face forward towards the television screen or video that you're watching. Tuck the tailbone and think of that length all the way through the spine up to the ceiling. Tailbone underneath you, same exercise. Imagine your pelvis here like a bucket of water and you're trying to keep it still. Cool, then hold opposite arm for 4, 3, stay tall, reach the fingers, reach through the spine. 4, back to center, other arm. 2, keep that big toe pressed into the towel, spread the toes. 4, hold, take the leg out and in, out and in. Keep even weight through that foot, push the big toe down to keep the stability there. Nice, then sink and press, sink, press. Last 2, backs just sliding down imaginary wall behind you and up and reach off. And just have a little shake, walk around, and you might notice how the hip's feeling, and also that you've worked those intrinsic muscles in your feet. So we switch it over now, and we're going to place the outside edge of the foot and let the big toe side, inside edge of the foot rest on the mat there. Tailbone underneath you. Square the hips up. Pelvis is like a nice bucket of water, just hinging into this hip. 4, arms out, opposite arm for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center, other arm, spread the toes. Whoop, hard work. 4, back to center, open. Let the foot just hang at the bottom of this knee. Headlights on your hip bones, stay facing forward. And then from here we sink and we press up. Sink. 3, 4, push and lengthen through the crown of the head. And down. Have a little walk round. And then we switch. So we're going to put the big toe to the third toe along that piece of towel. Let the outside border rest down. Anchor the tripod of the foot though, so you can feel the big toe, little toe and heel bone. Connect that tailbone underneath you. And we fold for 4. Tall through the body, tall through the spine. Hold. Opposite arm for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm out. Same arm goes through. 2. Keep those hips facing forward. And then out. And then we take the leg out and in. Out. In. 3, 4. And now sink, sliding your back down that imaginary wall as you grow tall and press up. Really feel that hip work. Slide up that wall, reach the crown of the head and down. Well done, and just have a little walk around there. Feel how the hips are feeling. Nice, and just take that towel out of the way, and we're going to come and bring your right leg across your left leg. And then from here, reach this. Is that your right leg? That's my right leg. So for you guys, if you're mimicking me, it's going to be your left leg across, okay? And so your right leg is behind you. You're going to reach that arm up to the ceiling. Place the hand behind your head, and then here you're going to side bend over, just reaching those fingertips down towards the floor. Feeling a nice stretch into that hip, and back to center. One more here. And back to center, and then bring that hand down and just step this left leg forward a little bit so you've got a slightly wider stance. And you can do that if you're a little bit unbalanced anyway. Reach those arms up, and then we're going to curl down into our roll down in this position, almost imagining a credit card between the inner thigh as you come down. Just lift the tailbone and now bend or lunge a little bit forward as best you can on the front leg, keeping that back leg lovely and straight, and you're going to feel a stretch into that hip. Got my fingers down for a little bit of balance, or you can let them hang for a challenge to your balance. Then straighten both legs, squeeze that credit card between your inner thigh as you come back up. And then step out. So we switch, other leg comes across the front, so now your right leg comes across your left, and now your left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Hand behind your head, and just side bend down, running your fingertips towards the floor. Stay between two panes of glass, and open up. Back to center. Step this leg forward slightly, reach those arms up, roll down, curl through the spine, and hang. Lift the tailbone, and now lunge forward on the front leg. Back leg stays straight, and the hip swings out slightly, and you'll feel a stretch into this hip. If you need to just use the floor for a bit of balance, do. Then straighten the front leg, squeeze the credit card between the inner thigh, curl and restack. Peel that chin away from the chest. Reach those arms up, breath in. Exhale, fold hips and knees and reach. And fold and reach. Bring those arms down by the side of the body. Roll your shoulders back to finish. Well done.